So then we would go to Mars. Story. Hopscotch power. How did I get that? What?
grab me a fat... Get your rock off.
Okay.
Did you see that? I think that patch of chitin just blinked at me.
See you later, big boy. I'm so shiny. Alrighty. Well, this big old place is actually a ship in orbit around Saturn. I just kind of hopped on to kind of catch myself up on the play style from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2. But another awesome thing about these games is this. I mean, for crying out loud, that's Saturn. There's the sun. All of this debris is part of the rings. And there's obliterated ships, which there's a cutscene that we're gonna back out and watch here in a second, because it gives you an idea as to what this whole place is and everything. But that's pretty incredible. Yeah. And this big gaping hole in the side of the ship, which amazingly has not depressurized it, because it's an alien ship and, you know, whatever, is because of that ship right there that crashed into it. Basically making a beachhead for these other guys that wanted to come in and take out the ship too. And you can see here, oh, fabulous. I've got it set fairly low on, I think, the resolution. Oh yeah, I mean, this compared to Super Mario is just ridiculous. But like all of these little structures here, I mean, they're bent over from this thing coming in and everything broken. I mean, they still got it glowing as if it's hot. Yeah, I got it broadcasting at like 720, so it's not HD. It's, you know, fairly regular definition, I suppose. It's on the low end too. There's like a 720 low, medium, and high, and it's set to low. You still want to see stuff, but we will definitely come back here in a little bit and explore some more of this. But, oops, wrong thing. Oh, I forgot. You gotta go to orbit again. Destiny 2 changed some things in how it actually behaves. In terms of how you can actually, you know, go from location to location. But okay, so yeah, you see down here in this section of the screen, that big hole in Saturn's rings? That is from that ship down there. And it's got a weapon that vaporized stuff in a sphere and just blew everything back on Saturn's rings. I mean, you can see all of the, like, way back here. You can see how much stuff there is, but when you get up on Saturn's rings, it's actually, they're not solid. It's composed of dust particles and asteroids and all kinds of stuff that has been drawn into the planet's gravitational pull. And Saturn is, you know, way, way bigger than Earth. So, I mean, it's just fascinating, just the level of detail that has gone into this stuff. So, in order to see how that all happened, we're going to watch this for a second. Hopefully it's not too bad on the lag.
Once I looked up at the stars.
Hey, look, a warsat.
I was a guardian. I stood against the darkness. My eyes saw hope and a future full of light. 6 of you went down into the pit. You sought revenge for those I lost. You slew a god, Crota. With his last breath, he reached out across the night. And now, the night has answered. Oryx, Crota's father. He smells the blood of his son on your hands. has slain his brood. We have murdered his son. And now the Taken King comes for us all.
Okay, so that's just kind of a teaser thing. The real deal that actually shows the weapon going off, I believe, is when... Oh yeah, totally creepy, but it's so good. I think you get that when you do this mission right here. Ah yeah, this is it.
I was born the moment the Traveler died, as everything collapsed around us. Before that day, there had never been a ghost. There had never been a guardian. I don't know much about the Traveler, but I know it made me to bring you back. And I spent a really, really long time searching for you. The Cosmodrome? Not the first place I looked. As I saw the other ghosts find their guardians, and the centuries went by, I wondered if I'd ever find you. And then, I did.
I remember everything about the day I was born. I still bear the scars. The Awoken are my family now. And I am their queen. We fought to keep our beautiful creation safe. And now this beast has come, claiming to be king. Mara Sav bows to no one.
Oh yeah. Doesn't bother me.
You and I know how this ends. We've known since you escaped from that pit. The Awoken have played their part. this was all part of the plan. Guide them, my hidden friend.
That is nuts.
It is all up to you now.
So yeah, as big as that ship was, it's like a tiny little thing compared to the planet. So yeah, that's how he shows up in the game.
Guardian, this is Commander Zavala. The Cabal base on Phobos is blasting a signal across all channels.
Recognize
They're
his
willing
voice.
to break transmission signs. This could be a prelude to a full-scale assault.
We're setting down on Phobos now.
I'll be monitoring your feed, Ghost.
Yeah, you do.
Good luck to you both.
And there goes my ship. Bye, ship. Bye. Yep, that's the same guy that voices Broyles on Fringe. Sup, bro? I've been meaning to get back to watching it again. Alright, so
Zavala, the Cabal are evacuating with extreme prejudice. They're getting torn up down here.
which is why I purchased all 5 seasons of it, and it is now permanently in my collection. I had to have that show. Alright, so, in case it was not obvious, that is Mars. We're actually on Phobos, the largest moon of Mars. And this is a military base for one of the alien races in the game, known as the Cabal. And they are big, and they're ugly, and they're kind of nasty. Oh, wait a minute. Gotta go back. Oh, wait, no, this guy. Yes. Doodly-doo, scan him.
Skyburner's regiment. Dead, obviously. There are no other Guardians here. I wonder who put them down.
Something has drawn us here. I can feel it.
Now, if you...
Guardian, I've asked
Well.
Eris Morn to monitor the channel.
I hear whispers in the dark.
And that voice is also somebody else that you will probably recognize. That is Kate Blanchett.
What the hell was that?
Fingertips on the surface of my mind.
Yes. Thank you for your input, Eris.
This membrane is attempting to form a bridge between dimensions, but I think it requires a living host.
Or at least being in charge. And this stuff is freaky. So basically, oh wait, hang on. Bye, dude. Oh, what the? Get out of my way, box. Oh, this is cool. That guy was just taken, which is where the name comes from.
The whispers are louder. I will endure.
And again. Bye. Love all the stuff just floating in the air.
They speak a word. A name. He is here.
Give your will to me.
You wish, buddy. Where you at? Where you at, bucko? Alright. You wanna go, bro? I gotta get out of here. Let's switch to this gun. Now, hang on. Need some precision there for a minute. Bye, bro.
You have seen his face. It was his hand that transformed the Cabal.
This mission is scrubbed. Guardian, get to your ship and get out of there.
Oh, wait, here we go. This is the thriller dance, actually. I was like, the fact that they put Michael Jackson in the game, I was like, that's awesome. Yes, yes, open the door, and... Oh, you goobers. Oops. There we go. So yeah, in response to what you were saying earlier, at the end of Lord of the Rings, Galadriel gets on the boat with Gandalf and Elrond, and they just leave Middle-earth. Well, apparently, this is where she went.
This matches an image I collected from the world's grave. A dreadnought. They don't exist in our system. I'll mark it for transmat to the Vanguard. Hope we get a signal.
Peekaboo. Goodbye. Yo, bro. Blah, blah, blah. Where are you? What are you even shooting at, dude?
There's a notification from 3 days ago. A Primus to On suspended all Phobos mining operations and recon, pending investigation of a trans-Jovian threat.
Which I'm not really sure what that means, but I'm guessing it has something to do with these guys showing up.
They sent teams to investigate anomalous energy fluctuations across the base. None of the units reported back.
They never do.
Cabal mining sites across Mars and Phobos have been hit. Losses to Blind Legion, 35%. Losses to Sand Eaters, 58%. Dust Giants, 39%. What is this?
He's harvesting your dudes. That's what he's doing.
The bases are lost. We have reports of these taken across the system. Go! Get out!
But it's so cool looking and it's Halloween, Zavala. Shush. Boom! And of course you got those.
Our ship's landing across the airfield. Hurry!
Say goodnight, fellas. So yeah, basically Oryx, the guy that we saw from the cutscene earlier, is sending all of these Taken to attack the base here. And in the process, he ends up gaining more soldiers because he has the ability to just, like, teleport them across dimensions and subject them to his will, essentially. And that's when they go all black and white and glowy. And they gain new powers and abilities. Ugh, come on. Okay. These little guys are nasty. They can kind of teleport, and they can replicate.
We're almost there.
But I love the way they disappear when you shoot them in the face. Yep. Hey. See ya. What's that? Doo-doo-doo. This is so much easier than the first time you come through. A lot stronger. Nope, there he goes. He just fell right off the edge. Yep, I'm not going that way. Oh, okay. And there's my ship. Time to vamoose. I love that ship. I wish it would show up in Destiny 2.
Zavala, we made it to our ship. We're heading home.
Yes, yes, yes. 53 kills, 36 precisions, didn't die, and you get nothing. Yay. Yeah, a little bit.
Their leaders belong to you. The rest await extermination. No. Gather them. I will take them all.
My contacts near Saturn say the weapon fired only once.
It's not like the Queen to attack a superior force.
How could she have known? How could anyone? We need a warlock inside the Dreadnought.
Here we go.
Our first priority must be to protect the city. Our Guardian got a good look on Phobos. Whatever it was, it turned Cabal against Cabal, wiped out their base in minutes. How long would we last?
Until we understand what we're dealing with.
They are taken.
Eris, get your rock off my map.
It hasn't spoken since
He's
Crota
not, he's
fell.
blue.
It speaks now, because Oryx has arrived. Come to fulfill the final covenant of his son.
But why fight the Cabal?
Not fighting. Taking. Controlling their will.
Cade!
So we
He's my
focus on
favorite.
his army. Kill these Taken until he's all that's left.
Whatever you kill, Oryx will replace.
The Dreadnought, then. How do we get past that weapon?
Without ending up like the Awoken.
I gotta go, see about a ship.
Cade, our discussion is not yet concluded.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm leaving.
And that's Nathan Fillion. Cade is my favorite out of all of those characters. So yeah, that's kind of your what the mission summary. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I'm used to. Never mind. He is a robot thing, and that is known as an exo, which is what all of my characters are. Basically, it's the robot body with the consciousness of a human inside of it. And as part of his backstory, he did it to pay off gambling debts. Yeah, let's see, is mine... Are you gonna show me or not? Come on. Hyperspace, hyperspace. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And we're at Earth. Ta-da. But yeah, my guy is also an XO. Same face as in Destiny 2, because I just, oh, there goes my ship in the background. It's actually landing over here in the hangar. And the very beginning of Destiny 2, this facility gets attacked by the Cabal and pretty much wiped out. Oh, they already put it down in the thingamajigger. Anywho. Sweeper bot, still rocking it. I actually like the music in this game better. Master Rahul.
Hunter.
I have nothing to do.
I should get back to my studies.
Yes, you should. Alright, so we're gonna go to where the last cutscene was.
There's still so much to do.
Okay.
The king
It's definitely not big. It's a normal robot butt. There's Eris.
once more into darkness.
Yes, yes, yes. Her backstory is actually really interesting because she had basically anytime you go and do something in this game with other guardians, they call that a fire team. Well, her fire team went to the moon, and because the moon is, she honestly, given some of the events at towards the end of this game, I'm not 100% sure if she's good or bad. For the most part, she's good. She's just like creepy and good, and she's like emo good. But the reason that she's so, kind of off is that her fire team got trapped on the moon and in some of the like tunnels that the Hive built, because when they came and showed up, they actually took over the moon. And when they took over the moon, they like dug into it and built tunnels and structures and all kinds of stuff. And there are some places that it's like pitch black dark, like scary kind of dark. And her fire team was essentially wiped out except for her, and she had to survive there on the moon like alone for a very long time, like weeks, I think. And as a result, it changed her. I mean, you can see that, her eyes are covered. She's got the 3 glowy eyes, kind of like the Hive have, and she's got the dark stuff coming off of it. So it's
Whispers are silent again.
it's pretty messed up. Kind of feel bad for her.
You have questions?
Alright, so the 3 different classes within the game are Warlocks, Titans, and Hunters.
Quickly, Guardian.
Oh, fine then. I'll leave you alone. A little impatient. And so... who? Eris? Maybe. I think because of her time on the moon, she gained different abilities and stuff. I think she can kind of probably
But she never faced the Cabal.
sense. I think she has more of a connection to the Hive and what they do, and she can kind of almost like sense it telepathically, perhaps. And I'm not quite sure what that rock is that she's got in the little sphere, but I think that might be part of it in some way, in that it's got like some kind of communicative ability. But yeah, you got these three characters here comprise the Vanguard, and basically they are the heads of their respective classes. So Zavala is over all of the Titans, Cade is over all of the Hunters, Ikora is over all of the warlocks.
Yes.
Everything.
Talk while the light's good.
Let's see. Now, have you ever seen the have you ever seen the show Firefly from way back? Yes, no. Okay. Well, one of the characters from the show is actually voices Ikora, and for the life of me right now, I cannot remember her name.
Wield the light.
And then
Hey,
Nathan
I got a pool
Fillion.
running on what sort of crazy you'll kill next.
Nathan Fillion
Indeed,
voices
orcs.
Cade.
Now show us what else you can do.
Get off of his face. I want to show his face. Yeah, he actually has a horn. And he's got the robot eyes. He's got like a blue and white and silver face. And then whenever an Exo talks, you can see the light inside of their mouth light up, which is so very cool. And he is kind of a smart aleck and sassy, and he's a rebel and
I'll be
all
right
of that.
here. Don't feel bad for me.
Excuse me.
Go out there and
I was thinking about
have
something
fun
else.
and adventures and do something meaningful.
Prepare the
But,
field. Luna, just beyond the highway.
Anything to report, Guardian?
And then here's the
Not
Vala.
really.
So yeah, he's kind of bluish, and you can kind of, I'm not sure if you can make it out on your computer, but he's got like this kind of light moving over the surface of his skin, and that is the mark of being an awoken, which is they're kind of humanoid. They descend from humans, but they like went way out into space and then came back different, and now they're all kind of different shades of blue, and their eyes glow, which is really cool. But yeah,
Careful. It's still dangerous out there.
he's all very uptight and serious, and Cade is not, which is why I like Cade. Ikora is kind of sensible and in between the two of those. So, if I could have glowing eyes, I would totally do that in real life. So now, we'll go back and explore a little bit more of the Dreadnought. And this is the ship that Oryx, the big, bad, nasty dude with the wings and everything. Hey, that would be a cool power. I want to shoot lightning out of my hands. But that does tend to be associated with supervillains, and I don't know why. I'm like, you know, why don't you have a hero that can shoot lightning? That'd be cool. Now what's really cool...
This ship certainly takes some getting used to.
Blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much, Ghost. Boom. Bye-bye. Hey, you get back here. Shoot your face off. But yeah, it's crazy how big this ship actually is. Now, it's typically associated with poison ivy. Hall of Souls. Ooh. Okay. Nothing wrong with redheads. But yeah, look at that mess. All the way down there. And it's the construction of this ship is this weird, like, biomechanical kind of thing. I mean, it's very chitin-y. It's because this is actually, it's a hive ship. And all hive have this kind of, as you can see, they kind of have like skeletal faces and everything, but, you know, all of their body looks like, you know, almost like insect armor, so it's this weird kind of like they're like dead, undead, insecty kind of stuff. And then this little spot over here can be kind of interesting. There's there are statues over there that you put these like tokens in, and they summon powerful enemies out of this gateway that opens up in between these two pillars. It's kind of freaky. So why would you be an idiot? He was originally. He is not anymore. And the voice that you heard in all of the cutscenes was not Peter Dinklage. It's actually a guy called named Nolan North. So I'm not terribly familiar with some of his stuff, except for this. Yeah, I like the atmosphere of the ship and everything. Everything just feels like it's, you know, kind of, it's just very spooky and kind of, it's like being in a building that you're used to being in with a lot of people when there's not a lot of people, and like the lights are kind of off and there's nobody there, and it's just kind of like weird. That's what it reminds me of. See, like this, you go from like that stuff, it looks like it's constructed and everything, to that. It's like super creepy. Ooh, yes. Now this, you want to talk about weird. You can actually get over there. Because I think I need to go over here. Yeah, I gotta go up over there. There are these platforms that you can jump on, but they're not visible. Yep, which I have not played Uncharted, but I think that is correct, that he played that. Ooh, jeez. Ooh, almost. Ooh, someone is summoning somebody. See? There they go. Oh, goodness, there's 4 of them. 1, 2. Somebody ain't messing around. There's like, oh, there's 2 people, I think. Yeah, 2 people taking those on. Oh, so he did Stoic in the series, because I know Gerard Butler did not reprise that role for the TV show, just did it in the movies. But yeah, this place is just like, it's crazy big, it's kind of a labyrinth. Ugh, stupid worms. So gross. Ugh, hate these worms. They don't actually do anything to you. They just like burrow into the ground. Still nasty. Now, yes, this is what I was hoping for. All right, so you know how the ship was kind of diamond shaped from the end. This is kind of the outer shell, this little space in between just kind of exists. And you can see how big this thing is. And it goes all the way down there. Oh yes, and then there's this this creepy place, which you actually get to go to on one of the missions where you're taking on Oryx himself. You go toe to toe with him. Yeah, I like my good guys to be good guys. See, that's what I was saying. It's like I like the aesthetics of the ship. I mean, it's very, well done. It's actually very gorgeous, but it's still kind of creepy. But it's like all this energy kind of going up in reverse. It's like a backwards waterfall. Let's see, can we get over there from here? Yes, we can. Gina Torres, that's right. Ooh, oh, good. Oh, jeez. Well, if I had fallen all the way down, you would have seen how deep this sucker goes. Fortunately, I did not. Can I get further over there? Not from here. I might be able to run back through here a little bit. See, this is what I mean. When it gets like dark, this is another level of dark. Just walking through this creepy, undead bug zombie ship. This is some like Resident Evil level kind of creepy. What? Yeah, look at how big this thing is. That is nuts. This is like one side of the ship. And this actually take you back to where you first get onto the ship. Yeah, that's a different level of creepy. But yeah, when we first get on the ship, we actually get on it like right out there. And I mean, it's just like insane. And that is the weapon that was used to blow a hole in Saturn's rings in the cutscene. You can see just the scale of this ship and how big it is. And then how big the ship is compared to the planet of Saturn. I mean, it's insane. Look at that. Out there. They got lightning in the clouds of Saturn. And how awesome is that? Just got debris floating around. flying through chunks of ship. I mean, the stuff out here, it's like it's rotating. That's insane. Big ol' honking ship. Alright, so next, let's go on a little trip. Let's go. What, they don't like creepy? Ah, here we go. Oh, lightning. I love lightning.
The fissures here are growing larger. Watch your step.
Yeah, for me, storms are amazing. I would actually consider being a storm chaser if I had more scientific training. So, right now, we are actually on the moon. Oh yeah, I mean, to think that somebody programmed all of this. None of this existed. You had to put it in and do all of that. And, let's see. Alright, I know I'm on the moon. Where's Earth? Gotta be around here somewhere. I thought it was. You can usually see Earth. But yeah, there's just some space station-y stuff above the moon that kind of is broken up. Nebulas. Oh yeah, and speaking of lightning, got it coming off of the end of my sparrow right there. It's pretty cool. Oh, no wonder I couldn't see it. It's nighttime. Taking a step to do what? Oh, you mean like the Neil Armstrong reference? Took me a minute. Hey, I'm giving out exposition for all of this game stuff. I'm not paying attention to that. Yeah, that there is actually Earth, but it's all shrouded in shadow at the moment. Nope. Oh yeah, shooting stars. But yeah, check that out. They got like frickin' auroras visible in the night sky on Earth while you are on the moon. Because that's something that's needed. Oh, wait a minute. There's a thingamajigger. Who's that? There he is. Loot. these guys. La 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 la. This is what gets me. Is that I'm fine. Chill. Ow! Stop being a turd. And this stuff out here. That's a solar farm. Got all of that stuff out there. Got a base. I mean, you can't go to it, but the fact that they even put that stuff out there is just insane. Some people still play this game. Yay! Alright, y'all wanna go. Boom, boom. Anybody else? Nope. That's what I thought. But yeah, this is actually like a really old base facility that I believe the Chinese built. At least in the backstory of the game. And then these guys, there you see these marks and this kind of equipment. It's from a race called the Fallen. Oh, they're around. Just gotta know where to find them. I actually kind of like that the moon's a little deserted in spots. It's just kind of peaceful. What's up, guys? Getting just a little more sunlight over there. Oh yeah, I mean, it's really cool. You gonna come running at me and I got this big old sword. Okay. Boom. Ow. That's rude. Alright, I'm gonna use this one. That is called a pulse rifle. Because it's evil. Those things are called servitors. I like shooting you in the head. Really, guys? Yeah, this little location, the enemies tend to respawn rather quickly. Essentially, a servitor, as I have come to understand it, it's kind of a harvesting machine that collects this stuff called ether that the Fallen actually live off of. And in the process, these things almost achieve an almost like godlike status among the Fallen. Oh yeah, it's like their souls are escaping. Boom. You got a big gun. Guess what I got? Well, I follow some different pages on Instagram for Destiny stuff, and apparently within the Fallen race, you have like different. It's almost like a caste system. God damn! Get over there. Ooh, ha, 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 ha. Sucks to be all three of them. Funnily enough, from the first game to the second game, the way some of the weapons function, it kind of didn't necessarily change, but I just find that I prefer different types of weapons in the first game to the second game. Now, in the first game, this gun was like my go-to gun. This was like the coolest one. It's a scout rifle, so it's just a semi-automatic rifle, good for medium to long range defending. And it's just so much fun. I can perform surgery with this thing. Speaking of which, treasure chest. I said treasure chest. Dude, are you gonna be a dingus? Thank you. Yeah, caste systems suck, but I'm grateful I live in America, at least for now. Let's see, I don't know that. There you are. What did I say? Okay. Well, that doesn't help me because I don't remember either. Obviously. Alright. Boom. If you're gonna shoot at somebody, do that. Bucko. You can't correct me on what you thought that I was trying to not say. Okay. It's hard to tell when sarcasm is being used in a chat. Yeah. Isn't that a weird thing when you hear a kid say something that if an adult said it you would be like, yeah, okay. But then the kid says it and you're like, oh my goodness, it's like revolting. Erky Durky then, now that I know that. Alright, so the Hive dug this when they came to the moon. And it's called the Hellmouth. And it's pretty big and nasty, as you can see. And there's a what's it called? A raid which is like the most difficult mission in the game that you can do, where you go out and a bridge actually forms and you go out on it and then it like elevators you down into the depths of the moon. See, can I pop this guy from way over here? Well, I alerted him. Ha! Still got you. This isn't even a sniper rifle. No idea. I barely even watched that show. Oh, come on, you. But yeah, let's see. There is... There's actually... Ah, there it is. See if I can get up here? Don't think I can get up to over there. No, it won't let me go up. Forces me back down. That's rude. Alright, so anyways, you can kind of see some of it, but yes, a huge chunk of the moon is like lifted up and you can see smoke coming out of it. 'Cause that's what they did to the moon when they showed up. Yeah, totally agree. There are times where I can hear something and I'm like, given its, context, I'm like, yeah, okay, no big deal. And then there are other times when it's being used and you're like, dude, you need to chill out with that. But yeah, there's a better view of it. Yeah, they did some damage. Look, they even put rocks like falling off of the underside of it slowly because gravity on the moon is weird. But the level of detail into this game. Here we go. Finally. Getting the sun visible on the moon. Or on the planet Earth. Which technically I think is actually moving in reverse. Because the shadow was further over to the left, and usually this, that would imply that the sun is rising in the west, not the east. But whatever, what do I know? There goes the satellite. Pew. Diddly 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 do. Hi, buddy. Now I'm all stealthy. I chopped your face off. Oops. There we go. Ah. Yeah, I've said some stuff that if my mom ever knew, she would probably pass out and turn colors. But I do my best to restrain it when I'm in the presence of others until I at least am aware of their tolerance level. My parents are very sensitive about it. My mom won't even watch an R-rated movie. Although, funnily enough, it's like the lower tier words usually don't bother her at all. Alrighty. Hi, here's some fellows. Come here. There we go. Oh, fabulous. True. Big ol' hole in the moon. Come on, show me your butt ugly face. Dude, seriously. Ah, dang it, come on. Oh, man. What the? Alright. Yeah, I'd be upset too. That's just retarded. Ooh. I switched to that? Score. I have a shotgun with, like, skulls on it, apparently. Pretty freaky. Didn't even realize I had this thing. Boom. Goodbye. To the face. Diddly 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 dee. And treasure chest. Da 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 da. Ooh, goodness. Reload, reload, reload. So yeah, most of the maps in Destiny 1 and 2 are you basically just go in a big old circle. Yeah, that sounds smart. And now we're back at the beginning. And now you can see the planet with full sunlight. Of course. But yeah, I mean, that is just... that's incredible looking. And there's Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, India, Madagascar. I'm giving geography lessons. Cut it out. No interrupting the teacher. Oh, I heard you. Where are you? You hear that kind of buzzing sound? That's actually a guy using stealth in here. They think they can hide. See? There he is. I see you. You cannot escape the Grim Reaper. With what? Laughter? Oops. Oops. Get up the hill. Dang it. No, 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 no. It's gonna kill me. Fell off. Well, hey, when you enjoy your job, you know. Oh, where am I? Actually, the yep, I figured that was it. Oh, now I can't shoot nobody in the head. Don't try to stab a guy with a shotgun. It does not end well, bro. But yeah, just so cool. And it's not like, once you zoom in on it and everything, I mean, you can see the, oh, there goes a satellite. Doo, 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 there it goes. That's South America. I mean, the fact that they put this level of detail into the game is just astonishing to me. So, that's a decent bucket list. Oop. Get back here. That's how you stab somebody. Surprise! Well, Mississippi actually changed the law either might have been last year or the year before, where I think you don't actually need a permit to carry, at least like open, but I think you still have to have one to carry concealed. I'm not entirely 100% sure on that. Yeah, that sounds pretty wise. Yeah, even with that change that they made in Mississippi and everything, if I were out and about and wanted to legit carry concealed, I would still probably go through and have the permit just to be on the safe side. But personally, I think the whole thing is covered by the Constitution. It's whether or not people train, which is what they should do, because it gives you knowledge on how to responsibly handle a firearm, because they are not toys. Oh yeah, and this. The shadow of my character there, and it does whatever I do. I mean, that's nuts. My mom's arthritis actually gives her issues with her trigger finger. Oh. Got your nose. Woohoo! Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Hello. Goodbye. Let's see. What can we do? What else can we do in this one? let's go to Venus. Why not? Oh, jeez. Yeah, I get it.
Vex activity here has been escalating lately. I wonder if that's thanks to us or the Taken.
So, the Vex, the robot aliens, decided to come to Venus and try to turn it into a machine world like they did with Mercury. They have not fully succeeded yet, but that's kind of some of the stuff they do there. And the Traveler made Venus into what it is now. Sometimes they can, but I prefer to vex them in return. Yeah, I'm not sure why they gave them that name. But, yeah, check that mess out. Venus, a world full of acid rain and sulfur and all that kind of goodness. It was terraformed enough to where, oh look, plant life growing on the rocks. And that's just part of it. Is this where? Yes, this is where I want to go. But yeah, there's some more plant life. But there were actually a lot of buildings that were built on Venus. And it was a really large research kind of place. At least for a while. Alright, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Where'd you go? You're gone. Oop, another one. Yeehaw! Ooh. Let's just do this patrol. Doo-doo!
There is much to claim here. Clear the enemy, and New Monarchy will do the rest. Mission parameters encrypted.
It's like I'm a robot or something. Oh my goodness. And sit down on the tree branch. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. In the rain. Yep. Turn around, dum-dum. Alright. But yeah, they did a really good job creating all of these different, you know, environments and stuff on these planets. Look at this. Alright, fine guys. You. Who's next? Oh, really? You were hiding in the... You were... But yeah, I'm not quite sure what this stuff is, but there is a crack and it's just bubbling up out of the ground. It's like blue lava or something. That sounds like a plan. Wow, there's like nobody on this planet though. Like no other players hardly at all. You'll see like their, you know, like their player name and what level they are usually. minute. I haven't seen nobody. Nobody's playing Destiny 2. You can do. Jeez. Hey, what the stupid stuff. Alright, so what's over here? Is our treasure chest back in here? Yay! And another one back here, maybe? Oh yeah, there's a mountain with blue lava coming out of it. That's cool. I saw that she had emailed that she had asked if you were doing okay, and does she still have any idea what's going on? Time to go ninja again. Hey, come here.
Well done.
As in, she doesn't want to make an effort to learn what's really going on, or she's just trying not to get involved. Well, everybody's got their own kind of thing that they're dealing with one way or another. Well, sometimes people get good at hiding stuff. Who knows? Well, biggest thing is just concentrate on you and the girls, and just do what you can to get that in order. And if it's a concern, just keep praying about it. You're praying for her. If something's going on in time, God will either reveal it or give you an opportunity to help. So. Sometimes it's hardest to deal with family. Oh, hey guys. Look who's back. Where are you going? Maybe it's, I don't know. Who knows? Ooh, taken. Alrighty, folks. Party time. Yeah. I haven't really had much contact with her lately, any more than you have, so. Hey, invisible boy. What you doing? Robot Space Ninja! Nope, I don't do that. I could do this all day. I'll get over y'all. Yeah, no worries. Aw, dang, I'm out of sword ammo. Well, aside from the whole fact of, you know, distance being a major factor, some of the things that I saw beforehand was just kind of like, I had a feeling that we probably wouldn't have been as compatible anyways. And that's fine. If I were compatible with every single person in the world, then the world would be a very different place. Stab in the face. Peekaboo. Oh, bye, fellas. Really? Alright, I want to keep coming. Stop. Mean, guys. No return message as of yet. I sent one saying, hey, saw you at church. Hope everything's okay. etc., etc. Did not get a reply back, but that's right. Usually folks that are kind of not terribly present on Facebook, they may accept a friend request, and then that's about all you get for a little while. They may hop on there once every couple of weeks or a month or something like that. Maybe. Sometimes I just get a little stopped up. Hey. It's like they just don't get it. You guys just saw me take out like all of your buddies with one shot most of the time. Oh yeah, I'm sure that'll mean a lot coming from someone else that she hardly knows. Punch each other. How about that? That sounds like fun. Oh my gosh, another guardian. Holy cow. And he's going to come over and look, and then he might start dancing. I'm going to do Thriller. Well, fortunately, we have a few mutual friends from the small group that we both attended, so that will probably help. Yes, if only that was really me. What'd you do today? I danced with some dude on Venus with some Michael Jackson level moves. Yep. A little touch of the resume. Be like, oh yeah, I actually did the Thriller dance motion capture for Destiny 1. I just never told anybody. Oh goodness, wow, it's like 10:30. Minute 51 of broadcasting. It does not seem like it has been that long.